the fifth forbidden text of the Buddha Sutra Class 20, established by the sage, Blessing Heart 20. It said that the Buddha in the west of Achu follows the Bodhisattva teacher. Buddha's sand eats good things quickly. And one husband said, all disciples are what the Bodhisattva has learned and wished the Buddha. How do you feel about Achu Fomo and Beni Ring? The sky house is Buddha's relic and the new blessing place 20. Blessing words, Azu Buddha and Banti, encircle the world. All 3,000 great worlds, Jujungo turned into people and came out of the Dharma. As mentioned before, the people revived Arhat's road. If you live up to the top and bottom, you will enter the Arahant road. When the Buddha Bani ring, there will be bodhisattvas, moksams, and all the long-lived people will stay with you. When the long-lived people will stay with you, the bodhisattva Juahao will make an appointment to repair the ring, the wave head, the demon, the golden lotus Tathagata, the golden lotus Buddha, the golden. When my father set up the mansion, Achu Fomo Hebani ring happened in the 3,000 Great Thousand World west of Dadongyao Street. To upgrade to the above, Ajian Huo Tian is a copy of the text Agani Zatian Avinega Buddha Bani ring. When there is a world of Ruiying Wu, the Buddha kills pigs, friends and trees are all in the area where Achu Buddha Pani slowly sits. When Achu Fomo and Beni ring, the Lord God and the people hold smooth incense and smashed incense on the island to make offerings to Sanji Mountain. Collect the pot up to the void 40 mileage UN sliding cover. When Ashufu Mohbani is ringed, his 3 worlds are chasing the sky, dragons, ghosts, and gods are naked. Axelun drives Liu Luoshentuo naked Mokshul Street and statues of Lachu Buddha. Mohbani's ringstone is caused by the people and the heavens. Buddha is caused by the gods. Sword Achu Buddha Mohban takes the ventral side of the ringstone to photograph Lifu Lachu. When Mohbani is ringed, the heavens are auspicious and the people are sorrowful day and night. Akuphoban, you're still the great Weiji king. People's entertainment does not live up to the desire and hatred of getting the road. Yuyan Achu Buddha, Banihuan great king, she, the people are safe. Yuyan king, the eyes of the world, Buddha's words are blessed. If any bodhisattva moksha, if the world dies in other worlds, the living Buddha will be killed. All can only copy the beast lord and parade hundreds of thousands of times. If there is a bodhisattva mohesa, then in the world, if the dead and living in other worlds pull out the Buddha and the killer to assist the living, it is easy for the people to parade and treat the Buddha as the god. Sayun Ruo is therefore Awe Yuezi Bodhisattva Mo and Saven are the vast Dharma Sutras of Achi Buddha, and they are all distributed by the Bodhisattvas Mo and Satcheng who touch the Buddha's sand so that they can march north. Ask for the 10th courtyard in the west of Achu Buddha, and then when Achu Buddha is born, Moksha will give 800 doors as gifts, so that all of them should be given away, and there will be microseconds for Achu Buddha to kill all bodhisattvas. 800 doors. When I pull out the Buddha to kill one, I will give 800 doors as gifts, all of which should be attached to the Bodhisattva Mo and Sashu Buddha, who have received the wonderful tools on the Dharma. Father and son, relic house Achua Buddha burst from his body, and a little business turned golden. If the ring no longer holds his father's memory, it would be born naturally. For example, if relic house travels to a tree and a famous pool, it is lost and broken, no longer seen in nature. If you build a house like this, pulling out the Feng Mohebani ring causes it to break, but it will be born naturally if not seen again.
I thought when I heard the blessing of this time.
The honored has discussed the virtues of Achu Tathagata, who practiced bodhisattva and Taoist priests. He also talked about Zhuangyan in Achu Buddha's land, and also talked about the practice of all disciples and the vows learned by bodhisattvas. I hope the Tathagata can speak for me again. When Achu Tathagata is palpitating, he will feel the sense of holy demons, and the Tathagata knows what Shelefu is thinking, so he told Shelefu that on the day when Ashu Tathagata is like nirvana, all 3,000 worlds and all lands have the incarnation of Achu Tathagata, and what he speaks to the people is as mentioned earlier. At this time, when the people are practicing the Alohan way again, and they can earn the taboo of the Alohan way Achu Tathagata, without doubting this life and death, there is a bodhisattva Achu Tathagata called the heavy box hand, who will give him chi. The Buddha name of Chengju Buddha fruit is taught to be the golden lotus Tathagata. The solemnity of the floating earth of the golden lotus Tathagata on the right Sharifu is just like that of Achu Tathagata. all the disciples of the Golden Lotus Tathagata are as many as those of Achu Tathagata. When the blessing Achu Tathagata enters the round season, all the earths in the 3,000 great worlds will shake violently, and the sound of its vibration will reach the time and sky, and even test the color. In the end, when the heaven Achu Tathagata is taboo, there will be these reactions. There are many good elements and trees in the land of right Sharafu Achu Tathagata to receive incense. When Achu Ru, who is ready to enter the Yuan sacrifice, bends over and leads Achu Ru to enter the Yuan season, everything is natural, and the people will take smooth incense and smash incense and make offerings to the Tathagata. After the Tathagata makes offerings, all the smooth incense scattered by the heaven, and the people will rise to the void. When Achu Tathagata entered Nirvana, all the heavens, dragons, ghosts, and gods of the 3,000 great worlds, the former Brahma Aksulun, Juro, Gendra, Masula, all bowed to Achuru. When Achu Tathagata enters the garden, you can see Achu Tathagata entering Nirvana from the distance of Buddha Wili, and when Achu Tathagata enters Nirvana, all the gods and people are often sad. Achu Tathagata has entered the Yuan season, which means that the people no longer feel happy. Sad and evil words that Achu Tathagata has entered the Yuan season, and the people have lost their reliance on stability. This makes all sentient beings in the world lose their eyes and can no longer see the light. The Buddha told Shelifu that if there is a bodhisattva in this world, or the landslide world, he will be reborn because of the end of his life. When the Achu Tathagata world is just born, these people, they all receive the plan of Achu Tathagata and can travel from one land to another, Buddha land, march with the bodhisattvas, or leave the Buddha land with thousands of 100,000 bodhisattvas. These great bodhisattvas can see countless Tathagatas and great bodhisattvas. If any bodhisattva in this world or others ends his life, he'll be reborn in Tathagata world. Upon birth, they march with bodhisattvas, bless the Buddha with divine power, achieve perfect wisdom, and make up the fruit position of bodhisattva throughout his life. If the bodhisattva can hear the virtues of Achu Tathagata, or the golden dharma he preached, then the devil city can leave the devil king and set up a husband, Achu Tathagata. When he entered the Yuan season, he was practicing deep Buddhism, or was born in Achu Tathagata Buddha. Those who were killed can practice with the bodhisattvas, cultivate the original wish power of Achu Tathagata, and then be born in Achu Tathagata Buddha land. After the great bodhisattvas read the 800 methods of Achu Tathagata, they can read other methods later, so that a very subtle Buddha fruit of Ali Tathagata will appear. All the great bodhisattvas always recite that I will be born in the Buddha land of Achu Tathagata. At the same time, regardless of walking, sitting, or lying, they can practice the 8 million methods of Achu Tathagata all the time, and after reading the praise, they can close the Buddhist meaning of online book temples, so as to sincerely support them. Everywhere I teach Achu Tathagata that the Dharma he said now is no different from the Dharma he said when he entered Nirvana. Just like when Tathagata was alive, the Buddha sand can also enable the Bodhisattva to make up for the 9 Buddhas in his lifetime. Right Sharafu Achu Tathagata will spew out 3 true fires from his body, burn himself into golden yellow, and then his body will naturally break apart, naturally forming small fragments like mustard seeds without repeating them, and he will obtain the blessing of establishment, just like there is a number named Dimiro. If his branches need to be broken, they will not regenerate, and they will be returned to nature. Therefore, when the Tathagata enters the Yuan season, his body will naturally break apart, and naturally form small fragments like mustard seeds without returning again, and he will obtain the annotation of all returning to nature. Ajian, or Luotian, refers to the time sky. Aganija Tian refers to the ultimate sky of color.